Welcome to Sports Talks, and today we'll be taking on the merger of ISL and I-League. So people are wanting that there should be one division, and FIFA stated that by 2020 there has to be a thing where India has only one premier division. So what are the pros and cons, and rather than pros and cons, what are the hurdles that we are going to face before such a merger? As you know, in ISL there is a franchisee system where you pay to play. It's like you pay 15 crore, I guess that's the amount, you pay that much of money and then you get your team to play in ISL. So there are 10 teams who have paid a hefty amount of money to play in ISL, and ISL does not have a relegation system, whereas in I-League there are 11 teams, out of which there is relegation, there is promotion, but the teams do not pay to play. They qualify and then they play. So in that case, if you merge two leagues where in one league teams are paying to play, and in one league where teams are fighting it for their position, in that case it's going to be a bit complicated, as the teams who have paid to play won't agree, as if they are relegated. In any case, if any team, suppose any team from ISL is relegated to the lower division, they are going to object that I have paid suppose 15 crore rupees, and how can I be relegated from this system where I have paid? So in that case, I don't think the merger is possible right now, and if the merger is possible, ISL might have to return the 15 crore rupees per team, and I don't think that is kind of possible right now. So people who are jumping around to say that we need one Premier League, I think that's a pretty tough thing to say right now, like in the condition that is happening right now. I don't know what's happening, so let's bring in Debargo Roy so he can say a few words regarding this thing. Debargo Roy, so what do you think about the situation? It's kind of a turmoil if you think from a logical perspective, that these teams have played and there are have paid, and there are teams who have not paid. They like qualified for it and then they are playing it. So how do you think the AIFF will go about it? And considering this news is true.
The thing is, the actual question is not about AIFF, how can AIFF do it? Yeah. The question is AIFF will do it.
Has to do it.
Has to do
but
it, exactly. How? Because, the FIFA has told that there could be only one
there has to be only one Premier Division in football.
In,
one
per
league,
country.
basically.
Yeah, one league per country. And right now in India, there's two. One is Corporate League, which is known as ISL or Indian Super League, and the other one is the non-corporate league, the league conducted by AIFF, which is the governing body of football in India, which is I-League.
Right.
So, what you have stated, that's pretty right. How can the teams who doesn't have a proper fan base,
right,
like East Bengal or Mohun Bagan, how can they pay 15?
They have a proper fan base.
No, like but teams like Gokulam.
They don't have the capital to invest like 15 crore rupees.
Yeah, exactly.
A hefty amount of rupees.
The big teams like East Bengal or Mohun Bagan or Chennai, okay, those teams who got like a proper fan base, who got big sponsors, big names, they probably can pay 15 crores rupees. But teams like Real Kashmir FC, who is there in the I-League just for like 2-3 days, okay, how will they pay? They don't have big names. Okay, they don't have a specific constant sponsor who are feeding them money. They don't have a proper fan base from whom they can earn selling their merchandise and branding. Absolutely. How will they pay? So it's not about just the top 2 or 3 teams like East Bengal, Mohun Bagan, Gokulam.
My point is, if you're playing a Premier Division league, it should not be that you are paying to play. It should be you are qualifying to play it, right?
Yeah.
So in that case, I don't think the merger of ISL and I-League will be as smooth as people think.
Yeah, sure. There will be some issues which is both political and technical.
Because the teams, first of all, if IMGR or Reliance can return that money to the teams, it's cool. Else,
but will they? Because they have bought the right.
I don't know.
They have bought the right.
Also, ISL is co-owned. Like they have the shares are co-owned by Star Sports as well.
Exactly.
So that's a broadcaster who is like kind of owning a good percentage of a league. Okay, so those things are for later discussions. But right now, if you play, suppose Pune City, Bengaluru FC with East Bengal and Mohun Bagan, and suppose these two teams didn't pay. I-League teams didn't pay, and they are playing in the Premier Division of India. So that's not fair for those teams who have
already playing in the ISL, because they are playing 15 crores.
Exactly, and in ISL there is no relegation, so you have paid, so you will be playing in the top division for all your life. And but in case of that, you are going to be relegated. But how would you feel, and will the teams agree if you guys have been relegated, but you have paid 15 crore rupees?
Yeah, the point is there must be relegation.
Yes, there must be relegation, otherwise there won't be any competition.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
If there is a premier division, and we already know that there's I-League Division 2, I-League Division 3 probably, which is under 19 league. So if you're playing in the Premier Division, there will be relegation, which is I-League Division 2.
Right.
So it's not that you can just mix up the teams and say that there's no relegation in the league and let them play.
Okay, so that sums up a lot of things, and people who are jumping around to them, this is particularly to them, just stop for a while and just think about what's going on, how things are being operated at the higher stage, at the bigger stage, and then let's comment it down, let's discuss more about this, and then see how AIFF comes
AIFF
out.
AIFF has to do this fast, because there's two rules in the ISL and I-League.
Yeah.
That's from 2019-2020 season.
Yeah.
I-League will be having 5 foreigners per team.
Okay.
And I-League teams.
Okay.
And ISL teams are probably, they're allowed to have 6 or 7 foreigners in the team.
All right.
Out of which they're allowed to play 6, I guess 6 or 5, something like that.
Minerva has 3 already,
yeah.
I guess.
So the thing is, they have to do it fast, because already the I-League teams are like, they are trying. It's all the season of the I-League 2018-19 has ended, and the clubs are already hunting for new talents, new foreigners.
Transfer window is open right now. They'll be doing all sorts of scouting, youth development programs, and from the youth development, this reminds me of, if there is a common league where
will the Indian Arrows play?
Exactly, Indian Arrows definitely, I'm sure about it. They don't have that much of money to like play and buy out their franchisee in a league like ISL or in a Premier Division where you have to pay to play. Indian Arrows is going to die or dissolve in that case, and I don't want that, because that's a
very talented
our youth
team.
system.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the youth team of India. Like the oldest player here, I think it's 18 years, 3 months, something like that.
They have beaten a mega team like Mohun Bagan in their
at home. So that's a big thing, and
by a margin of 3-1.
Yeah, that's a big thing. That's a big thing for
that they got a goal. They
exactly.
dominated the game.
Away game. So
away game, yeah.
In that case, people who are jumping to conclusions, please don't do that. Calm down and
let the professionals handle their tasks.
Let the professional handle their things, and keep the discussions going on, so that people, I don't know, maybe someone can give any idea about how things can happen. We gave ours where there are 2 possibilities. Either the teams pay and play, else Reliance returns their money, and then there is a proper league system where you don't pay to play, you have to qualify to play. All right.
Yeah, you have to have the skill level to play.
Right. Exactly. So that's actually the proper way of.
It should not be the money which is the deciding factor if your team is playing or not.
Right.
It should be the level of amount of skills that you got.
Exactly. That's
which should be the deciding factor.
That's prevalent in each and every country.
Exactly.
Supported by FIFA.
So we shared our thoughts. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section.
Absolutely. And also like, share, and also subscribe to our channel so that we can keep on bringing up latest news and insider news, so that you guys can stay updated and also have some fun discussing football with you guys and other sports as well. So keep following Sports Talks, and get on to www.quadcover.com to read up on good and fresh articles to freshen your mind and knowledge. So thank you, and keep following.